Our station is towards the back of the classroom, and this is where you can find all the resources for your shift, data logging sheets, and any other information that you'll need during your shift. On the back table is where you will find your agenda for the day and other notes for your shift. The majority of our materials are located underneath Fry Tank 1 and scattered around on the back table as well. Each tank has its own whiteboard with its own individual notes, so you want to pay attention to those as well during your shift. One of the first things I do in my shift is go grab bloodworms out of the freezer in the teacher's lounge. If you go right out of the classroom and follow the path that I'm taking here, you can find those sitting there, and I like to feed each adult tank about 1 cube and have those thaw out while I'm doing my other work. After grabbing the bloodworms, I usually head over to the adult tanks and check the mats for eggs. If there are a decent amount of eggs, you will need to transfer them to the fry tanks and do a formalin dip, so you'll find those materials usually located on one of our tables or under Fry Tank 1. After the formalin dips have all been done, you'll want to move on to water quality testing, which is done every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you go under Fry Tank 1, you'll find the kit, and then all of the detailed instructions about the testing is in that nerd binder. You're going to head over to the appropriate tank and fill the test tube with the amount of water that it has lined out on that test tube. Then you're just going to head over and follow the instructions that are laid out in the binder. Once you've finished all of that water quality testing, we're going to feed the adult fish. So you want to take out those mats while you're doing the feeding because the food tends to attract to the mats and they can get pretty gross, and the fish can't get to that food that's stuck in those mats. So you want to take those out momentarily while you do the feeding, and they get 1 pinch of dry food. Then they'll also get about 1 cube of bloodworms, and we do this twice a day. Once the adults have finished eating and you put those mats back in, you'll head over to feed the babies, and they get fed brine shrimp, so you'll head to the brine shrimp tower, fill that guy up right there, and then head to the appropriate tank and feed them. After finishing everything that was on your agenda for your shift, you're going to want to update both sheets that are located in that nerd binder as well as all of the whiteboards that are scattered around the lab. And you're going to want to leave a shift agenda for the person going after you. So last but not least, you're going to want to clean up and do a final check. So just make sure you rinse everything with water, and then you're going to head over to the back table and leave it out to air dry. You also are going to want to do a final check and just make sure that everything in the tanks are looking good, that all the spaces are covered and everything's shut, and that you're ready to go for the evening. This is a shared space, so we do want to be respectful and just make sure that we're not leaving a mess or things out all over the place, so just be mindful of that. You should be all set to have a successful shift with the nerds. If you guys have any questions along the way or during a shift, feel free to contact me or one of the other contacts in the binder. But we are really looking forward to working with you, and we thank you for all your help.